guys? Take the Strike here with another look at some figures we got on this week. Today we're looking at the GIJOE Classified Iron Grenadiers DARKLON figure. Now, here's how I feel about characters without vehicles being released in the line. Why not? Why can't we get his vehicle? This figure originally came with a vehicle. And I'll put a picture of it up onto the screen. You can see it if you don't know anything about it. And I remember I had it as a kid. I had this figure, had the vehicle. Not sure where it went, but it was I think it was an easy vehicle to make. So I don't know if they're scared to release something like that. I mean, we got Breaker with his little, his bike with the Ram Cycle. We got Baroness first with her bike, which is a weird thing. They could have done it. And I just feel like, I don't know, are they scared to release it because they won't sell? Or they just rather just keep the figures and just leave the HasLabs and some of the vehicles coming out? Like, I just feel like, one thing that the reason why people love GIJOE wasn't just because of the characters of the figures, it was the vehicles. And I think that in terms needs to happen where they're doing more different vehicles. Take a chance and releases with a vehicle. Where's Sergeant Slaughter and the Triple T? Why aren't we getting that instead of the 2-pack with Mercer? The Mercer, in my opinion, should be a 3-pack. And the Sergeant Slaughter that we're getting should be the version with the Triple T, or even go on a limb and make the Warthog. Like, come on. Like, I mean, some collectors, oh, there's not enough room. And it's like, I'll make room. If you sell it, I'll buy it. We'll make room. I mean, if you really want it, you're going to go for it. So I don't know. I'm just a little confused. I just don't understand. The same thing happened with CoverGirl. We didn't get the Wolverine. That could have been a HasLab. Definitely could have been a HasLab, because she came with the vehicle, and I don't think a lot of people would have been mad if you can only get her, if you get the HasLab. I mean, just like Wild Bill, you can only get Wild Bill if you get the Dragonfly, right? So I don't know, maybe I'm just ranting too much, but I think, in my opinion, they need to stop releasing these characters by themselves if they came with a vehicle, and just release them with the vehicle. I mean, it'd be just like releasing Motor Viper without the stunt. Like, come on, like, take a chance, Hasbro. People want these figures. People want these toys. You're doing really great with what you're doing. Let's go ahead and start releasing some of these vehicles. This vehicle should have been released, and I'm gonna be really mad. I'm frustrated if Destro doesn't come with his despoiler. I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be definitely ranting on that, because that's what we want. Like, you release Serpentor with his chariot. What? You can do it. Like I said. Anyway, maybe that's because this guy is not a big popular character that they don't think it's gonna sell well. I don't know. But, as a collector, I mean, what do you guys think? As collectors, would you pay another $15, maybe $20 for the vehicle to come with this? Like, I would. Would you? Would you pay $60, for this figure and a vehicle? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, let's go forward on the review. Here's DARKLON in his standard window box packaging. You can see the figure inside. You can also see the accessories. Somehow his sword came loose, so came off. And then you can look at that cool mask. Let's get a closer look at this. Wow. Yeah, this is pretty cool. We got all these Iron Grenadiers. We got the Iron Grenadier, right? And then we got the Iron Grenadier Bat. We got Metalhead. Now we got this guy. We're just missing Mr. Destro. So hopefully maybe San Diego Comic-Con. I can see it in person. A couple of weeks is coming up so soon. I get excited. Anyway, so here's the Iron Grenadiers logo here. Got GIJOE Classified Series. Let's go on the side. Here's attributes. Not sure what they are. You got that QR code, and you got that. He looks kind of like a bird, right? A little bit. Like a little bird on the face. Almost. I like the head sculpt. That's pretty cool. All right, let's go on the side. Look at his artwork, which is, like I said, like, it's just basic. It's nothing exciting. And I'm gonna say this almost every single GIJOE Classified review. You know, we need what they did in the beginning. It just seemed more personal. But I get costs. I guess they're gonna cut costs. Anyway, there's 155 in the line. I look at the back. There he is. He's with everybody. Everybody there in the club, except for I don't see Metalhead anywhere. But you got the bats, which are pretty cool, and then you got the Iron Grenadiers, which are pretty cool with their skirts and everything. I already did reviews on those, so check out the videos if you haven't seen those. There's that crazy mask of his, and then I guess those big old bullets for his. Does he have one of those guns? Yeah. Is that the gun that? Is that like a machine gun? Wouldn't that be one of those? I don't know. Like I said, I'm sure people you would know in the comments would. But those are big bullets. Wouldn't they be those? You know, that big gun that Arnold shoots in Terminator 2 at the cops and stuff. I don't know. Anyway. Looking pretty cool. Let's get this guy out of the packaging and a closer look at the Iron Grenadiers DARKLON. All right, here's DARKLON out of the packaging. Looking pretty cool. I mean, he's very impressive. Wow. So let's go ahead and get a closer look. As you can see in the face sculpt, he's got that mask. It is a mask. Like over his head, so you don't know exactly what he looks like. He has like, looks like he has reptile eyes. So yeah, this is a really cool mask. Got the black, like I said, like in a way it looks somewhat like a bird kind of, but you have the mask, you know, for him to breathe and everything. So, but yeah, look at those eyes. They look very reptile-like. Looks like that show V. Remember V back in the day? On his chest and arms, he's got this camouflage paint on it. It looks really nice. Looks really clean. Then he has a shoulder pad. I guess it goes like that. Yeah. And of course, it's kind of loose. It can get loose. You got to push it up, but you got that shoulder pad here. Then you got the, I guess the strap around his body. Some black, and then you got this yellow here, and you got little pouches there. Nothing inside though. And then you got the gloves and this black. And does he have also, oh yeah, he has kind of, not too gummy, but like the gummy hands, so you can fit the weapons he's in. I really like that part. That's a good touch. And I noticed it with, I think, Viper. So that's really cool. On his waist, he has another belt here, but it's embedded. Then you got, I guess, a gun holster in the back, which is right on his butt. Okay. Going down on his pants or his crotch area. It's in this kind of, I don't know, kind of burgundy red, kind of, with the orange. I thought it was yellow, but it's kind of orange, a light orange on the legs, rest of the legs, and then going down the boots. And you got, like I said, these, if anybody knows what these bullets are called, on his ankle. This did come with, this was exactly what he looked like on the back in the day figure, so I don't have that with me, but, did he come with a knife? Oh yeah, he did. Aha. So I guess he had a knife dagger here, and I didn't see the knife, but yeah. Found it. Okay, cool. I was like, did he come with a knife? And I'm like, yeah, so it's right there. And then you got those boots. These are kind of skinny legs, or skinny boots on the bottom. That's kind of different. I think the Crimson Guards had these legs, I believe. But the Crimson Twins, I mean. So yeah, let's go ahead and look at the accessories real quick. All right, first up, let's go ahead and do the dagger, because the dagger was hiding. Whoops. So the silver dagger, this is a nice dagger actually. Really, really cool. Let's go and put that in here already. Nice. Now look at that little emblem on there. It looks really nice. Yeah, because they got money. And then we got the pistol. Looks like a regular revolver with the barrel. Put that on his back. So actually, it's kind of cool because it's actually embedded there the way the gun looks. So you can actually know exactly how to put it one, but two, it just, no, hold on. Can I get it in? You really got it. Yep, got it in. All right. Now he also comes with a sword, which is interesting. And here's the sheath for it. It's really nice. I like the way it looks with the silvers and that, you know, it looks like it's like wrapped in that, like a, you know, like a hide or something. And I was like wondering where it was gonna go, but actually it goes on his back. And then let's look at the sword. Oh, it's interesting. Looks really cool. Got that red thing on the back. Red, I guess a jewel, or there's a jewel right there in the middle. So you just put it like so. So he's like He-Man now because of the sword. But of course, we're gonna talk about his weapon of choice. Now, this is the same weapon that came with him when he was released back in the day. I remember this. I kind of wish this would move, you know? But like I said, like, I don't think these are the bullets that go here. And you can see some blast effects on this. Let's see, I just play around. Nope, doesn't work, but of course it's flames. So let's see how easy this goes. Oh yeah, man! If they made these hands as easy as they did with the other figures back in the day, like the what do you call it? The Vipers and all that. God, I remember trying to put those stupid guns on. It's almost like the same thing, kind of. That's interesting. Doesn't go all the way in. Is it this hand that you're supposed to hold it with? I feel like this is like a little too small. Okay, I'll play with this later. I'm just kidding. Because I'll assimilate in a minute because it's gonna take longer. But anyway, here's the mask, which is really interesting on how this looks with that tongue sticking out. That's really cool. I like the silver on it. It looks really nice. It's popping out really cool. It's such a different type of, you know, mask. Like, who comes up with this stuff? Like, literally, like, have they even made a mask like this out back, you know, in regular world time? Like, did anybody, like, it looks crazy. So let's go ahead and, like, it's still a mask. It's not his head. It's not what he looks like underneath. Uh-oh. I knew it, that arm brace was gonna fall down, and it did. But I got it fixed up. So let's see how you, oh, wow, this looks interesting. Look at that. This takes this figure into a whole new level. Wow, that looks cool. It just insane. And I give it to them, Lenny and them, with their ideas and their different things that they do with their figures. It just not just a regular figure, but you add this face sculpt and the sword, and it gives a whole new different type of feel for this figure. Like, seriously, like honestly, look at that. Wow, so cool. Just like Crystal Ball, very interesting. All right, so let's get this guy on my turntable to get my final thoughts on the Iron Grenadiers DARKLON figure. All right, here are my final thoughts on the Iron Grenadiers GIJOE classified DARKLON figure. And all in all, this guy is pretty badass. I really like a lot of the things about him. I mean, he looks exactly like the original character, you know, and then, you know, because of his original gun. They did a really good job with this one. The nice touches are the sword, and also that mask is super cool. I mean, like I said, I don't know whether I want to display with that mask, or this one. So, not sure which one. Like I said earlier in the video, the only thing that I think to me is a downgrade is the fact that it didn't come with a vehicle. I really wish it did. I think it would have been pretty cool to have another vehicle, even though it was kind of a weird vehicle. I think it would have been pretty cool, but you know, I don't know. You know, I'm just hoping that we do get more vehicles. You know, I don't know. I mean, I know as collectors we're running out of room, and I just want a Cobra. This is what I want, and hopefully we get the Cobra stun. Come on, I need the stun. Hopefully Destro comes with the despoiler, because we need Destro. He is missing in the line. That's the other thing I talked about earlier. So we definitely need that. And then what else? You know, I know Tomahawk might be too much, and Night Raven might be too much, but come on, Hasbro, get on the ball. Anyway, I got this guy off of Amazon. He's still available from what I understand. So you might want to grab him before he's gone. I know they're hitting targets too, so, you know, be on the lookout if you haven't got him. He's pretty cool, like I said. You know, I just hope that we get to finish the whole Iron Grenader line. I hope they don't abandon it. So anyway, so let me know what you think, and until next time, we will see you later. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you like, share, and subscribe.